Hi. So stupid. Guess what? I'm very tired today. I don't want to be on screen. I just don't feel like it. So I'm going right into the reading of Annalise Micheal. Yeah, I know, hard to believe. I don't feel like talking. Ready? So we're still on chapter 3, physicians and priests. And now we're on page 37. You know, I might be a slow starter, but boy, oh boy, when I get the hang of something. Okay. I'm going over here. There, look at high voltage. Okay. The Exorcism of Annalise Micheal, written by John Goodman. I've had this book forever. And if you want to know where we left off, all of my Annalise readings are on the playlist under the readings of Annalise Micheal. Okay. Just let me see where I am. Okay, so we talked about her visit to San Demanio. Okay. All right. So Anna made an appointment for September the 3rd, and dutifully, although with reluctance, Annalise trooped along. Okay. They almost, it's written as though dutifully with reluctance she trooped along. When I think of trooped along, I think of skipped along. Do you know which scene from the movie the head comes out like this and he starts speaking Shakespeare? For all that thy... Now you don't remember. The King's Speech. He was the elocution doctor for Bertie, for George. Anyways, so Anna just trooped along on September the 3rd, and she made this big trip on February 9th of 1977, Dr. Luthi, he recalled the conversation during the interrogation of February 9th, 1977, 4 years after it took place. She told him, I often see frozen, ghastly, distorted faces. The devil is in me. I am all empty inside. 2 years later, under oath, during the trial, he recalled a few more details. Okay, see, hearsay nowadays doesn't fly, does it, folks? So just take a leap of faith in a really old book that's out of print. Like, I'm 100% sure it's out of print. I took my shower and did my hair last night, and every day, I don't know. I've got a lot to do. But anyways, so, okay, I hate hearsay, but these are quotes. Okay, I often see frozen, ghastly, distorted faces. The devil is in me. I am all empty inside. She's German, or she speaks with, yeah, never mind. 2 years later, under oath, during the trial, he recalled a few more details. She said that she often saw everything I just said about the devil inside her and all of that, that's what he said she said in court. She had no power of decision, and everything was empty in her. Do you think that's because she could be about 68 pounds at this point, or does that have no bearing on her mental wellness? Like, seriously? Okay, you're waking up, Lasha. Jeez. You know, talk about the camera being too close. You know what I could never do? Like, never do? I'm not that much of an artist. I could never do a sex scene. Not in a million years if I was an actor. Not in a million years. Well, if somebody gave me $1 million, I could do a fake love scene, but like, I look like I have a mullet with bangs. Well, it is a mullet with bangs. It's just really, really long. It's because I haven't curled it yet. Hang on a minute. Let's just get to the details here. The details? Oh, I do change every day, folks. I really do. Why do I wear this every time? Because it's flippin' freezing in the basement, and today just might be the day that I take everything up stairs. I was gonna say up north. I'm going up north. Okay. So he's recalling this on February the 9th of 1977, 4 years after it took place. She told him, I often see Fratzen, which means ghostly, distorted faces. The devil is in me. Fratzen can't mean all of that in German. It can't, or maybe it does, I don't know. She said that she often saw Fratzen and the devil was in her. She further asserted that a judgment of fire would be visited on everyone. Now, I thought that was weird. A judgment of fire? Well, I mean, she has seen war. No, she wasn't born yet. She was born after the war. She's like Nostradamus. Or it could have been something that she heard in the Bible over and over and over and over. I'm just trying to be angel and devil's advocate. She had no power of decision and everything was empty in her. In response to his question as to those Phrasen looked like, what did they look like, she purportedly answered, okay, I don't know what that means. Well, just ghastly faces. Es sind halt Phrasen. Es sind halt Phrasen. Well, just ghastly faces. She would give no further description. See, that's really interesting when she subsequently asked her how she recognized that this was the devil. She remained silent. Is she playing sneaky monkeys? No, she's not. A woman, she died, everybody. No spoiler alerts here, she died. Everybody knows this story, or so they think they know it. She would give no further descriptions. When she was subsequently asked, when he subsequently asked her how she recognized that this was the devil, she would remain silent. On July 2nd, 1976, so this is a year prior, the day after Annalise died. So she died July 1st of 1976. So wow, on Canada Day. I'm just saying, you know, dates always have a... Do you like these? Do you know I got these at Mountain Equipment Co-op? And there's... That's what Rosie O'Donnell used to do. Okay, Donald. Sorry, I couldn't help it. My hair was in the perfect position. Hang on. A little too close. So Anna made an appointment. What? I never really was a reader. No, seriously, I never really was a reader. It's funny, you know, I used to hold my hands like this all the time. Like in a fist. Because I was always mad at that doctor. But anyway, and then since I put my little fake nails on, actually Rexall turned me broke. I think I spent $40, oh no, more than that on fake nails. And you know what? I thought, go get your nails done, Lasha, you idiot. I'm not an idiot. I'm just saying, go get your nails done. So Anna made an appointment. Okay, I'm confused. I'm very confused. Just a minute. Okay, what he's basically saying is she kind of went frozen when she would be asked questions about the ghastly faces and everything in front of the doctor. But she'd go wild in front of the priest. Well, if something is trying to hide and it's superstition, but if the source wants to reveal itself as real, why wouldn't she have done something really freaked out to show the doctor that the devil was real? That's what I don't understand. On July 6th, okay, before this is, I'm not even going to say it because this isn't the appropriate time. Okay. When I cannot handle either as far as a diagnosis is concerned or as an outpatient, I always refer the patient to a clinic and not to a priest. The expression demonic possession is not medical terminology, and I never used it. And this is at the trial. And then he repeated his assertion once more. I should like to emphasize again that I never referred Ms. Micheal either to a Jesuit father on the... I thought it was a Catholic priest. Because I've got that image stuck in my head from the movie. I never referred Ms. Micheal either to a Jesuit father or to the respective church authorities, nor did I use term demonic possession. He also rejected the allegation of having said that medical help for Annalise was no longer possible. Okay, hang on a minute. Just bear with me, you lovely. You know what? I can't believe that even 10 or 28 people come to visit me and watch these videos. You know why? I gotta be honest. They're not that great. They're not. I watched Convicting a Murderer. I'm getting to the Annalise at the trial. I know, I get frustrated when I read books too. It's true. I couldn't concentrate in the wheelchair, so I always say this, if you want to listen to a great reader, and you probably all know her because I talk about her all the time, is Cheer Denise. She's freaking amazing. She's reading a book on Diana, and the next book I'm going to read is The Empire of Pain, if I can ever get through this one. But you know what? I bet you, in one more month, if I stay focused on just this book and nothing else, it'll work. So for those of you that are trying a YouTube channel, or for those of you that are trying to figure out what you're good at and you want to participate in the YouTube community, oh, and you know what? It's a little cliquey. I'm just saying. I watch people I watch all y'all. I do. I just wanted to show you the one part in the film, and you can find clips on YouTube, but I you know what? I haven't even practiced splicing and slicing because I can remember, was that only 5 months ago? What oh my gosh, that's so nice. Oh my God, there's even a little clip there. You are about to learn oh my goodness. Look at this. This is kind of cool. This is actually my video. No copyright, it's my video. What am I doing? Remember that where I lived on Concord? That was 5 months ago. Look at my hair! 5 people liked it? 11 comments? What is this? I forgot about this one. Oh, then I sing them. Well, I remember this one.
I don't have any drums.
No, you don't, Lasha. That was at Concord, and that was a. Well, you all know that already.
Smoking cigarettes, deputy of habit. I just can't forget. Well, I'm all that lonely when I'm driving in my car.
Huh. Sorry. I like my hair. You know, why did I cut it? I look younger. And you know what? Oh my God. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure something out. Okay, this is how you can all find me. I've been up here for 9 months, and I should be doing better. I think I should be doing better. And the only person I compete against is myself. I have never been a competitive person. I used to hate going to play day and oh God. What else did they make us do at Our Lady of Fatima? Oh, I hated it. I hated socializing. I was a shy kid. Anyways, you don't need to be that close to my face. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to show you. Oh, what? I wanted to get the Annalise. Okay, forget it. Forget it. It wasn't meant to be. Just read. So here we have a confrontation. First, let us see the record straight. Neither Annalise nor Anna the mother even stated that Dr. Luthi used the term demonic possession. So what are they going back in here for? I remember this. The doctor said there was nothing that he could do for her. And not from the movie. This is what this is saying here, but they're going on and on and on because it's a court transcript. And you know how lawyers like to splice hairs? They like to splice hairs. Do they splice? Do they like to splice? Or were they spliced up? The opinion of the court continued. The expert witness, Dr. L., did not know that Annelise Micheal... Oh, she was a Catholic. See, I was right. Now that is hard to credit. Even with the internal migration after the Second World War, the region around Aschaffenburg is still close to 90% Catholic. If Annalise had been a Protestant, she would have she would have been the exception part of a small minority. Her entire psychological profile would have shifted as a specialist during psychiatric counseling. Dr. L would surely have been aware of that. Besides, as soon as the conversation turned to the devil, his culturally informed intuition should have told him that he was speaking to a Catholic girl. German Protestants rarely talk of Satan as a personal entity. Okay, I get it now. Okay. All right, I'm stopping there because you know why? I just figured something out. I've been reading this book trying to understand, and I've been reading it word for word. And then I would go back. So yes, I'm pruning, okay? So remember when I was reading the beginning of it and I'm like, this is really boring. What is this leading to? I don't understand. What Dr. Goodman was trying to lay out was a foundation of her past to show who she was as a teenager, which I think is remarkable and very, very smart for a woman of that generation, when that's what everybody does now, because we all know that what culminates us to who we are in this present moment. Like that song that poem that I wrote. We walk on this earth every day. Every encounter, every person we meet prepares us on this earth for that moment of rebirth. And it's true. So what she was basically, what Dr. Goodman was saying is there were Protestants, there were Jesuits, there were Catholics, and certain religions don't talk about the devil. That's why she would have remained silent with Dr. L, because she didn't trust him, because he thought she was crazy about his faith, and she thought she was crazy anyways. I mean, she had exorcisms a go-go. And that's what we're going to be getting into in the next chapter. So now I completely understand. And then, I'm going to read the last page right here. I am not going that road again, Annalise declared on the way home. Dr. L's medication did not chase away the devilish beings, and that's why he went to court and said he did not recount her saying that, because he was a different religion. Okay, I get it. And this was right after World War II. And that's why I say, you think all of those people, all of those Jewish people, I swear to you, and it's not just because of this, people used to never mind. You know what? I have Jewish in me, and Ukrainian, and Asian, if you can believe that, and Russian, if you can believe that. Maybe that's why all this stuff fascinates me, you know? And I do believe in God. And that's why I'm wondering, is there a God that had such evil trying to go? And it's the oldest story in the world, the Bible. How could people, there always used to be a Bible in a hotel, and now there aren't. That's sad. It is. No harm in reading the Bible. It doesn't hurt anybody. Besides, it was a free book. What, was everybody stealing them? I doubt it. Why don't who tells? That was a hoo-ha tell. Anyways, Annalise just puts her foot down and says, I'm not going to see that Jesuit again. I ain't going to see the Jesuit. I'm not seeing Dr. Luthi. I'm not taking them pills because they don't work. On the basis of that, I then answered that I did see something indicating in what she had written that the girl was possessed. However, considering the great distance between Frankfurt and Klingenberg. Who said that? Sorry. Oh, it was It was her friend Frau Hein, and when they went to San Demanio. So that's when they really started to look into what was going on with Annalise. This is a letter that was written to Ettieben. I know my fanatics. It's 6 years of being brain dead with all those medications, trust me. Edinburgh, September 30th, 1974. Most Reverend Bishop, after much consideration and considerable hesitation, I should now like to acquaint you with the case of a spiritual counseling about which I spoke to you very briefly when you were here for a visit. This is the case of Annalise Micheal of Klingenberg. I will attempt to relate the case to you in order as it happened, my friend. Father Roth came to me one evening and asked me to aid him and some of his priest colleagues in solving a case of spiritual counseling. This concerned a girl, Annalise Micheal, whom he had not met yet. According to the opinion of some persons, she was alleged to be possessed, or at least was being molested by the devil. Now, the reason I'm going to stop here, I waste time. If I could just read for 26 minutes, and that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's my goal. I'm going to read and I'm going to shut up. The reason I stopped when she said, Annalise, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I read some of this, the Exorcism of Annalise Micheal, and I was wondering to myself, do you know how lucky I feel to have this drink? Do you know why? That's another subject, never mind. People should savor things, Anyway, even if you think somebody's weird or whatever, just savor their video, savor who they are. I don't understand people. And I'm not frickin' noble. I'm not. I hate it when people say, I don't hate it. I just know that I'm not. But I was just going to say the reason I stopped when Annalise herself said she was being molested by the devil. Does anybody remember the movie Haunting with the Sutherland, the older Sutherland and the younger Sutherland? They're Canadian, by the way. And I love the way those two little snot bags came to Toronto. The Sutherlands, Richard and Kiefer, or one of them. I don't know. They were in that movie, or the HBO special with Nicole Kidman and Hugh Grant. It was so good. It was so good. And it was called, it wasn't Sharp Objects. That was with Amy Adams. And Nicole Kidman sings Dream a Little Dream of Me. Anyways, okay, who cares? But the Sutherlands. And he also played John Getty in FX with Hilary Swank a few years ago. They're little snot bags, and they're born in Canada. And look what happened to Doofadoof. You know why I call him Doofadoof? Because, and that's the next thing I'm doing. I did sit down and I highlighted that book, and a lot of it is about him whining. He is not brave. He was a liar. And I'll talk about all of that later, and people are going to be mad at me about talking about Chandler and Friends, but this just ruins my whole feeling about Friends. Because I always thought, what is he there for? That's what I always thought. What is he there for as a character? I never got it. Annelise Micheal, when she said that she felt like she was being molested by the devil, so did a little girl in this movie called The Haunting, but it was the father. I'm not accusing Joseph Micheal of anything disgusting like that. That's why I took pause for a minute. And then I had to go back in the book and read, and I just thought, no. Okay, I will see you later on tonight when I get back from the kitchen. Bye. I've taken my nails off now, and then I have to put them back on again. And I didn't do my intro or outro, but okay. Okay, even if you watch 3 minutes of this video, could you just like it? Please leave a little comment, like anything. I give up.